Hello, everyone. Today is Tuesday, February 15th, 2022, and my name is Shelley. This is my channel, Proverbs 31:22, where I share about all of my stitching fun. So, this is the start of a new week of videos. If you're new here, and I have had a few new subscribers, so welcome everyone. I appreciate y'all coming to check me out and joining in on my fun. And for everybody who's returning, I appreciate you all so much for coming back every week and spending some time with me. So anyway, if you're new here, the way I do my videos is record a series of daily or every other day snippets to show you what I stitched on. And then after about, 6 or 7 days of those, then I upload that week's worth of stuff. And I really like the way Cheryl over at Tranquil Stitches, she's also been doing her videos lately as, like a series of vlogs that she uploads at once. But then she also did a monthly recap video, sort of separate. And so I think I will start doing that at the end of this month. I'll just do a separate little short, recap for the month. So that is the intro to this video. So I stitched just a little bit last night, a little bit on 2 projects. Like I had said on the end of my last video, my husband had a dentist appointment yesterday for a root canal yesterday afternoon. And so when he got home, we had a very quiet evening. We had supper, and a movie came up in my list on YouTube TV that I hadn't seen in a while, and so we watched that together. It was the Maid of Honor movie with Patrick Dempsey, and I don't know the actress's name, but it also had the guy that plays Owen on Grey's Anatomy, so I love watching that. He's from Scotland, and just his family, when they go to Scotland for the wedding, it's pretty funny. So, and just really a sweet movie. So, do you guys watch Grey's Anatomy? I do, and I'm very, very scared to see the next, the start of the, after their little hiatus that they just took, that ended on a total cliffhanger, literally and figuratively. And so I'm afraid that one of the main characters is going to get killed off. So we'll see what happens with that. But so after we watched our movie, I went in the back, and I've recently gotten another smart TV. When my mother-in-law passed away, we asked for her TV in the living room, mainly because when our grandsons come, my older grandson, he's got a PlayStation, and he had been hooking it up here in my craft room. And so when he was here, I couldn't get to my machine if I wanted to. So I had already been planning to, get another TV for one of the bedrooms. And so we did. We got the one from my mother-in-law. I had to get a Roku soundbar. I think that's what it's called. Basically, it's like a combination of a speaker and a Roku streaming device. And so I got that set up. I really do like Roku a lot. The TV that I have in my craft room here is a Roku that my husband got at Walmart. And actually, I'm kind of thinking about getting one of those sound bars for it, which kind of sounds silly, but it was less than $100, and I have a hard time when I'm sewing at the same time as I'm trying to watch FlossTube or TV. I can't hear as well because the machine's going. So I would like something that I could turn up if I'm here by myself, and have it be a little bit more oomph in the sound. So Anyway, all of that to say that after we watched Maid of Honor, I went into the bedroom that has that TV in it and stitched and watched a couple of episodes of Silent Witness. For those that are new here, I am a British crime drama junkie, unapologetically so. I just love all of those shows. Every time I start watching one, I get absolutely hooked on it, and then I have to wait for the new season to come out, and so that's when I find another one to get hooked on. So currently it is Silent Witness, and it's I think it's currently in its 20th or 21st season. I'm on about season 13 now. The episode that I watched last night, part 1 and part 2, they kind of separate them into 2 different episodes. But it was a university shooting tragedy that happened. Like the premise of the show is it follows some forensic scientists with their cases, and so they are connected to a university in London, and that university had a shooting, a mass shooting, and it was very, very intense to watch. So really kind of hard to watch, honestly. So while I watched that, I stitched on a couple of things. So I stitched on Waxing Moon's Valentine House. This is from their pattern Valentine House Trio. So I'm working on this one right here currently. I do have a start on all 3 of them, but I made this pattern my month-long, put 1 to 2 strands daily in on it. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. Usually when I get started on it, I don't want to put it down, and so I'll put more than 1 or 2 strands, and then the next day I won't stitch on it at all. So anyway, I have decided that I don't want the bunting on the bottom of these. So I'm hoping that it will work out where, I'm sure it will. I mean, it won't matter if it has a little bit more gap between the bottom than it does at the top. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I really want to do the bottom corners the same as the upper corners, though. I don't like the way the corners at the bottom are filled in and then these are empty. I'm sort of a very symmetrical type person, and so I like things to be, equal on both sides. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna, I mean, that's a lot of stitching to add, and I don't feel like it really adds a whole lot to the pattern. It's sort of kind of like, I don't know why that's there, basically. So I am going to cut that off. And I'll just show you real quick. These are the other 2 that I have starts on. And then I'll show you Valentine House. So Sunday night during the Super Bowl, I had gotten the house completed and started on the grass, and I had like just a little bit to finish on that. So I finished that last night, did the fence on this side, part of the fence on this side, and put it away so I could stitch on Elizabeth Weston. So this is a 28 count witchelt linen in the color China Pearl. And I'm using 2 strands of fancy flosses over 2 threads. And I am using autumn.stitches on Instagram, her color conversion, with her permission. And I love it. If I had, just looking at this pattern, it's pretty, but it didn't really make me want to stitch it. And then I saw hers, and I was like, oh my goodness. I'm sure you can tell by the quilt on the wall behind me, and if you're new here, maybe you don't know, but I am very much a fan of pink and purple. And I don't know, pink and purple sounds better when you say it, but it's really, in my book, it's purple and pink. So here's another example of the pink love. So this is Elizabeth Wesson from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. And I am working on getting one page every month finished on her, and she's like 30 pages long. So this is definitely a multi-year project. I was just kind of stitching on her, whenever, and not very often. And so a few months ago, I decided that I really, I want to get her done in my lifetime. So, hopefully, knock on wood, I will. But, I needed to step up my game a little bit. And so that's when I decided to do a page finish every month. And, sometimes on the months, I would get like almost all of it done, but a lot of times I would go on to the next page if I was working on a motif or working with a color and still had floss left. I would go on to the, part of the next page. And so I figured it kind of evened out. But in January, I really don't know what happened other than, I got a lot of stitches, so it wasn't that I wasn't feeling well, because I got like over 14,000 stitches in January. Oh, I know what it was. I was working on the magazine monthly challenge group. They had a pop-up challenge for January called Bringo. And so I worked a good bit on, a lot of different projects. So I left more than I normally do, undone. So I'm working right here in this area, and so I'm coming across this way working on the pages. And so working on this area, these two flowers right here were left over from last month. And so I got those most of the way done last night. And then I'll, start moving across the page, doing the rest. I allotted 5 days for her this week. It may end up taking me more than that, and that's fine. I like to set goals to give myself something to aim for, but I don't let it, destroy my world if I don't meet my goals. So let me get her folded, and so I can show you where I'm working currently. So I got this one completely done except for the lazy daisies in the middle. These flowers have elongated lazy daisies in the very center. This one I still have to go in and fill in between the two darker colored rows. I had a little bit of floss left, and it was easy to just jump over here and start on the name on the sampler, and so I did do that. So now I'm going to stand up and try to show you her and what I've gotten done, all together. She's really, really a very large piece. It's going to eventually get that I can't even, I won't even be able to show you. I'd have to take a picture and just insert it. So that's what I've gotten done so far on her. I love her. She's beautiful. I'm stitching her on a 36 count linen that I had Devin at Strawberry Lane on Etsy dye for me, specifically for Elizabeth. Devin is working on her as well, and she had hand dyed her fabric, and it looked like it was made for this sampler, and so she dyed up a piece for me. So I'm using the called for DMC flosses. I'm using one strand over 2 threads, and then the lowercase letters are over 1. And then there's some, like these little birds are over 1. I think maybe these little animals are over 1, probably, because they're really tiny. So it does have some over 1, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's okay. Look at that. I love this. I love that kind of filigree type, border divider. Love her. I love their stuff. So that's all. That's all I've got for this first little clip, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hello, everybody. I'm filming in a slightly different spot today, and it is Wednesday, February 16th. So basically, I was too lazy to get my charging cord for my iPad, and it was running low. So this is the area where I've been stitching, like in the later evenings, where I have the new TV set up and um, kind of got all my stuff kind of situated. So yeah, that's what I'm filming in here. The quilt on the wall behind me is one of the very first quilts I ever made. It is tremendously not perfect, but someday I do want to quilt it, get it hand quilted. So I spent some time this morning sort of setting up my little plastic lap desk. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot a separate video and insert it and show you kind of what I did and what I'm thinking, why I did the things that I did. So I'll go ahead and insert that right here. Okay, I hope this comes out good enough. So this is the little lap desk that I bought a while back at Joann when they had a sale going. I've been using it, and I do like it a lot. It has, little cubbies and things like that. I did Gorilla Glue down a ruler because sometimes I'll just need a bigger ruler than what they have on the little, like Fat Quarter Shop has this little thing that has a 3-inch ruler, but sometimes I want a little bit more to measure something. So I just found it, one of those cheap tape measures that you get in little sewing kits and stuff, and cut it and glued it on there. So I was watching Fat Quarter Shop's live stream this morning, and they have developed and come out with a Stitchy Stand, which is by Lori Holt, and it is made like the one that she uses. So they've, gone into the process of producing their own. So I went ahead and ordered one of those. So even though I really like this and I don't want to stop using it because I like the storage, it does tend to like my tablet will sometimes fall over and stuff like that. So I felt like if I had the little Stitchy Stand, it's made of like denim and it's stuffed with foam. And it makes like a little easel where you can, put your pattern or whatever, and I can stick my tablet in it. So the only thing I'm not sure about is that it's going to take up the whole width of this. And so it may run into problems with my lighting, using my lighting as well, but I can figure out something for that. I know it. That's no problem. So another thing that I did, I had these little, another type of these little magnetic bungees stuck on the side where I'd put, like all of my needles, and I just had like 1 or 2 of them and put my scissors. So the only thing is that when I would pull scissors off, a lot of times the magnet would, come apart. So I also I need to start working on my daughter Lakin's quilt in the evenings. And so that's what these 6 are for down this side. I'm doing her quilt with 6 different threads, and so I like to keep my needles with the threads in them numbered. And then I also glued these on down here that have, 24, 26, and 28. I don't know if it's going to work real well because they're so close together. It may be something I have to rethink. I did Gorilla Glue these on, and then I glued this one on to hold my scissors. So I need to let those cure for about, a day before I can actually start using them. I just stuck my little snag nabbit on one of them. So yeah, that's my little additions to my little Stitchy lap desk. Okay, so this is the little Stitchy stand that I was talking about. So I don't know, I just feel like it'll give it more stability to where it won't fall over. Um, and I rarely use a paper pattern, but I do have one that I still have that's on paper. So, you could stick your paper pattern in there as well. Um, and I think it's like, it's going to be the width of my center, area on my lap desk, but it won't be the whole um, height of it. And so I think I can stick my lamp, my magnifying lamp that I use when I'm, not in my regular stitchy chair in my sewing room. So um, I can put that like behind the little stitchy stand. Okay, so what else? So tell me what you guys think about my hair. So I don't know what that is in it, but so I've been not happy with it a whole lot. I mean, I know I need to get it trimmed, but I haven't been happy with the way it's been looking so dry on the ends and stuff. And so I was on Facebook the other day, and this little, live thing came up with someone. I've never followed her before, but it came up, and she was using a Longe blow dryer. I have a Longe straightener, and I really like it. I did buy one of their blow dryer brush combos a while back, but I wasn't able. I don't know. I wasn't dexterous enough dexterity in my hands to get the hang of using it. I don't know why, but I just feel more comfortable with brush in one hand and blow dryer in the other. So anyway, the girl had a code for quite a bit off on this blow dryer. They're not cheap. Let me just say that right off the bat. And I'm not being paid to promote them or anything, but I did use it today. It came in. I waited until it came in to take a shower. I don't know if that's like a streak of gray. I think maybe it's just a streak of gray. It looks like it's like a piece of fuzz, but I've got a color that I want to put in it, but I'm putting it off. Anyway, so they have a mask, like a hydrating mask. I used that when I washed it. And then I used some of their glass spray. And then I just blow dried it. I didn't put any other product in it. Usually I have to put multiple products. I still need to do a better job, curling under in the back. But I think it looks a lot better. It doesn't look so dry and unhealthy at the bottom. So anyway, check that out if you want to. It's Longe. It's one of the newer models. It's sort of a skinnier model, and it has like the either the diffuser or the concentrators hold on with a magnet, and it has a digital readout where you can select three different heat settings and then fan settings. And then you also have, a little cool shot. So I liked it. It's very lightweight. It's very quiet. Um, I mean, what I have now is like a Revlon, from Walmart, $30 kind of thing. So it's very much an upgrade. So anyway, I'm like it. I'm happy with it. I still need to go get a cut, but anyway, I'm blabbering. Okay, so what did I stitch on yesterday? I did stitch some more on Valentine House, but I restrained myself from doing more than, a couple of links in it. And so I think I did, I finished the fence. And then I finished the fence on this side, and then I did some more on the little tree. So when I was ordering the little Stitchy Stand from Fat Quarter Shop today, I did kind of inventory my threads for that and ordered some more threads. I wanted to get to their free shipping, so I ordered several other things that um, just kind of needed it for my stash. Um, what else was I going to say about that? Oh, so I've been having like basically like every week I have it on my calendar to hand quilt my daughter's quilt. And it rarely ever happens. And I really need to get it done. It would be great if I could get it done by April to hang in our quilt show. I don't think that's going to happen though. But anyway, I really would like to have it done for her 32nd birthday since it's her 30th birthday, you know, her birthday present from 2 years ago almost. So her birthday's in October. So, I'm trying to do all of these, think of all these things, what's going to motivate me to like do this. And so I've tried, putting it like first thing in the morning type of thing, um, so I can get in there and get it done. I've tried putting it like midday. So, like after I have lunch, I can watch some FlossTube. And it's just none of it is working. And so I had the idea of while I'm in here stitching at night, um, instead of, stitching, cross stitching for 3 or 4 hours, I'll do less cross stitching at night, do more cross stitching during the day, and then end my day with working on Lakin's quilt. And I am going to I have it like in a little one of those little wagons that you can get from Sam's. I have it in one of those, and I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put it on the end of this bed so that when I come in here it's like right there, and I can do my little hour and a half or so of cross stitching and then move to that. And I won't have to follow a pattern, so if I'm watching something on TV I can concentrate on that a little bit more, because it's just sort of mindless, it's just hand quilting. So anyway, that's my plan. So I was supposed to put a couple of links in here this morning, but I didn't get around to it because I was on Fat Quarter Shop. So um, I did stitch last night, start part four of Flowers and Bees. I'll insert a picture of that here. And show you what I got done last night. So I started working on this little section right here. So, I kind of find that the yellows are not enough contrast, but I mean, that's what she called for, so I'm going with it. Um, I did make, I made a mistake on this one, and so this is actually, there's supposed to be one stitch in between these two borders, but I wanted to make sure that it matched up with the pink and purple on this one, which is how she had it. So I just moved it up one. So hopefully I can get a finish on that tonight. I'm thinking that I can, because I got almost all of that done. There's just like some, leaves and a few flowers, small things. So hopefully I can get a finish on that tonight. And that's on a 14 count printed Ada that I got at Michael's. It doesn't really say what it is, but when I was on Fat Quarter Shop earlier, I saw that they had what I think this is, and it said Sunset as the color name. But they don't have it marked on here at all. So I did stitch some on my temperature chart, and I got it caught up through, the 14th. So, I don't remember if I've shown a picture yet this video. I don't think so. So I'll insert a picture here. And it's a pattern from Apricot Polka Dot over on Etsy. And I'm doing mine on 14 count chalkboard black Ada with the call for DMCs. And I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And I'm very happy to have it caught back up. I think what I'm going to do is just stitch on it once a week from here on out. Instead of trying to stitch on it every day, and that doesn't work, and I kind of just ignore it for, several weeks. And then I did stitch some more on Elizabeth. And I don't know, guys. I don't know how many days it's going to take me to do this, honestly. So, I'm having to make up for last month's page that I didn't finish. And so, like, part of this is one of the birds, and that was actually part of it was on last month's page. So, and then there's another part of a bird. I'll show you in a minute what all, but so I did get these little flowers finished, including the little lazy daisies in the middle, and got this little motif done with some satin stitches on it, and then started outlining the bird, one of the birds. So let me get the pattern and I'll show you. What I may end up doing, honestly, is, and I'm just thinking about this right now. So I may end up just doing my 5 days it's allotted this month and get, January's caught up, and then do part of what's supposed to be this month, and then I'll just, scoot my months back. So I've got this whole bird to do. I've got this part of this bird, this whole big leaf right here, and then it goes up. Where is that at? Okay. These blend in. You can hardly see them at all, but there's some little baskets right here, and they rest on this. So I have almost all of that, like probably from about right here. I have the baskets done already, but I haven't done this, and that's pretty solid stitching. So I think, to try to catch up this page and then do all of this page this month, it's just not going to work. And so I'm deciding right now. It just came to me just now when I took it out, because I kind of broke it down into what I thought I could get done each day, and it ended up being quite a few days, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and get last month's page done, and then if I have any days left, through Friday is when I'm supposed to stitch on her, then I'll go and start on the next page. And then next month I'll finish that page, and then I should be caught up. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. That's it. That's all I've stitched on since yesterday. Trying to think, seemed like there was something else. Last night I watched the most recent episode of All Creatures Great and Small. I don't even know how to say how much I love that show. I just can't even. I don't know. I love every single character that's on it. Honestly, I think Siegfried is my favorite character, but I love all of them. I love Mrs. Hall. Um, in this episode, they had me crying quite a bit. Like, I don't know, um, little foal being born, um, the proposal with her mom's ring. I don't know. It was a really good episode, and I think this is the second to last one for this season, but they have signed for two more seasons. Yay! So I'm excited about that. So maybe I should put a disclaimer on this and say that if you haven't watched it, there's spoiler alerts. I think I will do that. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow. Hey guys, I'm back to do a little update. It's Thursday the 17th, and we are under severe weather watches right now. Tornado watch I saw came up earlier. Also a wind advisory. I went to the store earlier and it was blowing like crazy. I was sitting in the parking lot at the grocery store, texting my husband, and like my car started rocking. I was like, okay. Um, Also, when I went to the Dollar General, I saw this lady and I recognized her immediately. She recognized me. She passed me by and she said, "How are you? How are you?" And I said, "I'm good. How are you?" I cannot for the life of me remember how I know this woman. I've been racking my brain trying to remember where I know her from, and it seems like it was, I don't know, like I saw her often or something. Like, I don't know if it was when I worked at the urgent care or. Wait a minute. I think she might have been a cleaning lady when I worked at the cardiovascular place. I think that's where I know her from. It just came to me. I'm pretty sure that's where I know her from. So, whew, man. It drives me crazy, though. Does it do that to y'all? Like, where do I know her from? I mean, much less remember her name. I knew that wasn't going to happen. So anyway, we're gonna try to be safe. When I got home from the grocery store, the basketball goal was knocked down across the driveway, and stuff's blown all over the backyard. It's starting to rain now. It just started raining a few seconds ago, so we are under, like I said, tornado watches. It's supposed to be like in the 70s today, so it's quite a bit warmer. And when that happens, this happens. So Um, last night, my plan that I talked about yesterday, it did work. Yay! I had taken my daughter's quilt out and put it, on the foot of the bed where I've been stitching in the evenings. And I cross stitched longer than what I had planned to, just because I wanted to get some things caught up, sort of, spend a little bit more time doing stuff since I didn't do stuff during the day. But I still, for about 45 minutes, I worked on her quilt. So I think that it's gonna, motivate me to actually pick it up and work on it. So I did get a little bit of haul in today. I was watching, and I didn't finish watching her video because I got sidetracked with something she showed that sent me over to Amazon searching for something. But Tia over at Calm Creations, FlossTube, she's a really good one to watch. She has a finishing business, and so like she's shown how to do, flat folds with easels and all kind of like what I think is complicated stuff. And I'm pretty sure she's from New Zealand, so she's got that Kiwi accent, and I just love listening to her talk. But anyway, she was showing, like, I guess she's been doing some slow stitching type stuff. And so she was saying that someone, maybe a friend of a friend, got rid of a bunch of her sewing stuff and needlework stuff. And so she had given her a couple of embroidery stitches books. So she showed one of them, and I went and searched for that one because it's pretty comprehensive. It has, I want to say, like over 400 stitches in it. But then when I was reading the reviews, it said that, it wasn't very step by step. It just had, like pictures of the stitches kind of already made and not a whole lot of instruction. I still went ahead and got it because, it was available used for like $5 or something like that. And I think it will be a good resource just to have more stitches. But while I was looking for that, of course, Amazon popped up this one from DK. And this one does have, step by step instructions. Of course, it's only 200 stitches, but I mean, that's a lot of stitches. So, like at the front of the book, there's sort of a glossary of all the stitches that are included, and I'm not really sure how they have this organized. Well, I guess they have like different types. Like they have line and border stitches, filling stitches, open work, needlepoint. And so for each one of those sections, they have a stitch glossary that shows you all of a gallery of stitches. So this shows you all the stitches that are in, each category, and tells you what page they're on so you can quickly find them. And then when you go over to the pages, one thing that I liked about it is it also gives you like other names. Because a lot of times, one place will call it one thing and another place will call it something else. Sort of like, like with quilt blocks. But anyway, it'll give you, step-by-step instructions on, not step-by-step, but it tells you, it labels where the needle's supposed to go in and out and, 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, that kind of thing. So, yeah, it just came in. I like it. I just barely looked through it, but I mean, it's definitely, something good to have on hand for when you, come across specialty stitches and patterns. Okay. So last night I stitched on Flowers and Bees, part number 4, and I did get it completed, which was my goal. So this is part 4 right here. And I think it's so cute. They have these little bitty bees. I did a lot better on these back stitches than I did on these over here. They're very, very small back stitches. Like, it comes up in the middle of a stitch, and then it goes down in the middle, and then it goes from the middle to the corner, and then it goes from the corner to the middle of the one above it. So, I mean, they're just like so small. But I think that I did a little bit better job on this block. I'm loving this so much. I joined her group on Facebook, and people are stitching it and showing their different colors that they're using. I mean, of course, I love these colors. These colors are, very much me. But someone posted earlier that did some different colors, and they're just like softer pinks and greens, which I love too. So that is going to go away until next week. Even though she comes out with them on Fridays, I usually don't start stitching it until the next week. Let's see. Grab my calendar. Okay, so all I stitched on yesterday was the Flowers and Bees and then Elizabeth. And I'm definitely feeling a lot more calm and not as stressed out, even though I really wasn't very stressed out. But I'm very much calmer now that I decided to go ahead and push it back a month. So, sorry guys. Jeez. So this is the area right here that I was talking about yesterday or the day before. Like it has these little, I don't know if those are black baskets or crowns, but underneath there it has that whole big old kind of scalloped, shelf that it's sitting on. And so that's quite a few stitches involved in that. Okay, so I got more of the bird done last night. I didn't get very many stitches in her. Like I said, I wanted to work on my daughter's quilt, but I did get some done into the bird. And that's it. I've had it on my list several days this week to, to cut out the next block for my Christmas quilt, and I still haven't gotten that done. I don't know. I love quilting and I really like to make quilts, but I don't know. I'm just not motivated to do it lately. I don't know what it'll take to motivate me, but anyway. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hello, everyone. It's Monday. Well, welcome to a new week, the 21st of February already. So I got a call this morning letting me know that my repairs on my vehicle I gotta go drop it off and they'll start on it next Monday. So I need to see about getting a rental. But anyway, I've got a few pieces of haul today, and then what I stitched over the weekend. I didn't stitch it all on Saturday. We went to help my daughter Lakin move into her new place, her and her fiance Emily. And the new place is great. They have so much more room, and it's going to be perfect for them. But, we were there from all of the afternoon, basically. And then when I got home, I was like exhausted. I was like, let's eat supper, and I'm going to bed. And that's exactly what I did. I watched a little bit of Silent Witness and couldn't hold my eyes open, and so I eventually just dozed off. So, and then I did stitch yesterday, though. Nathan came and spent the night last night so he could watch the NBA All-Star game. So I got to see him twice this weekend, but I didn't get to see Malachi at all. He scored some points in his game. 3 points with a free throw for his team, and then 2 points for the other team. He accidentally, threw it in the wrong basket. But we missed it because we were helping Lakin move. So anyway, I did get in my my Teresa Kogut chart from Craft Gallery. Let's see if I can give you a little sneak peek of that. The telephone number and email. I think what they had said most recently on their page was to email them, and then they'll get in touch with you to get your payment information over the phone. So this is her new chart. I absolutely love it. Let me take it out of the bag so that stamp is not in the way. So this is it. I love it. We are all made in his image, all of us, every single one. So I love that it represents that. I have no idea when I'll start it, but I just had to have it. And then I did, last time I watched Denise over at Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. She said that she was going to be updating her Etsy shop soon, and she showed some of the things that were going to be in her shop with this, this update. And One of them was this scissor fob, and I had to have it. And so I was like stalking her page, you know. She said what day she was going to let us know when she updated. And so I was kind of stalking it and got in there and got it before anybody else did, thank God, because I just love it. It's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Denise is so pretty. So, yeah, this is the first scissor fob that I've had. Um, Maybe not. I have a little bitty, small little heart shape with rhinestones. That it's not anything like this though. It has like a black cording on the end of it, and you just sort of you know, overhand knot it. I don't know what they call that knot. A lark's head? Is it a lark's head? Um, the one that you do when you put your floss on floss drops. I don't know what the name of the knot is, but anyway, that's the only other scissor fob I have. So, okay, so I did wrap up Elizabeth Weston, and there was a lot more to that page from last month that I didn't realize I hadn't finished, and so I got a little bit onto the next page, which will, you know, I'll work on in March. It was supposed to be worked on this month, but I'll work on it next month. But that's what I got done. So I did go up here and get all of those letters caught up. So she's ready to go for next month. And I'll just be a month behind where I plan to be, so I did realize, however, that you guys, there's a whole lot more over one in this chart than I thought. So these trees, the leaves, I don't know if the trunks are. Let's see. The trunks are not, but all the leaves and the branches are all over one. I'm not looking forward to it. I'll be honest, I don't like over one at all. But, you know, it's still beautiful, so I'm going to do it. So I got that caught up. I worked a little bit on, put a little bit more stitches in Valentine House Trio. Grab a board. I actually I put a length of floss in it this morning. So I've gotten this side, the greenery done on this tree, and then I started working on the greenery on this side. It has little like pink little flowers in it, so I'll have to come back and do those. I am off like a half a stitch on this side on the border, and I can't see where I got off. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do is bring this side down, and then when I make the corner, go all the way across and then make this side fit. I'm just gonna do whatever I gotta do to make it fit, because I'm not gonna go back and frog all of that just for a half a stitch. Sorry, I'm just not. I love it. I love the way it looks. So that's my 1 to 2 strands a day. Then, let's see, let me look at my calendar. So on Friday, I started the next letter for the folksy bird alphabet. I'll have to insert a picture here. So this is a magazine piece, and what I'm doing is taking the alphabet and doing spring, and I really want to get these finished in FFO before the end of the month. So R is the most recent one that I've done. I did R and I last week. They're so cute. So let's see. Here is I mean, they're just adorable. I just can't even. And then the S and the P. They really go pretty fast. So I usually estimate that I can get one of them done, you know, a day. So cute. So these are on 28 count with Shelt and the China Pearl, the same thing that the Valentine House Trio's on. It's just some pieces that I had left over. So, okay, so that was Friday. I finished up Elizabeth, did the folksy letters, and stitched some on Valentine House. Saturday I didn't stitch. I was supposed to stitch on Jessie Watson, as well as the MLK sampler. I didn't get either one of those stitches in them, so, but I did work yesterday exclusively on Jessie Watson. And so, I got almost all of the house done. I just have, I think, just a few more, unless I don't remember that I got it all done. I kind of just kept stitching, even at, like, I'd counted up all my stitches, and then I went back and stitched some more while I was watching, you know, Silent Witness. So I was behind, and so I really needed to get the whole house done, and so I did. Pretty close, anyway. I don't know what it was about that roof, but I don't know, the way, I guess they had to chart it because it was like a stitch and a half-ish, not really a stitch and a half. Like part of this right here was half stitches, and so it made everything else off. It didn't line up in the grid, and so they kind of charted the house as looking like backstitch, and it just took me, I had to go basically and look at the picture and go off of that to make it make sense to me. It's like I couldn't get it to click in my head, so. All right, let me clip it. And then I need to remind myself what fabric it is. So I'm stitching on 32 count with Shout in the color White Chocolate. And so, let's see. Yeah, I do have more to do. So I'm in the middle of surrounding this window frame, and then I have green stitches on this side. I do have some, still got green around right here. And then some satin stitches on the door, but I'm basically calling it done. I'm not going to spend any more days working on this month. That little bit, you know, is fine to catch it up next month. So I'm doing this, following along with Barbara at Raspberry Stitcher. She is doing this to raise awareness and acceptance of autism. So it's hashtag Jessie Watson Autism Sal. And next month is going to be the last month. And so she saved that pretty eyelet heart that goes right there for next month. And that's all we have to stitch. So that's why I feel comfortable just going on and, you know, leaving these till next month. Unless something happens and I get all of my other goals caught up, you know, which I don't think will happen. So I actually got over 1,000 stitches into that yesterday, like 1,081, I believe. So I do need to kit up my next EMABC, which is the letter P. I was supposed to kit that up yesterday, but I ended up just stitching on Jessie Watson. But I do have my sheet ready to go. This is my, what they call for. And then I'll go and just pull either overdyes or DMCs to replace those Rainbow Gallery threads. So it's P is for pineapple and periwinkle stitch. So periwinkle stitch is pretty interesting. It's more of a circular stitch. So that's going to be really interesting to do that. So I think that's all I have for you guys this week. I'm going to go ahead and close this video out today. As far as plans go, I'm going to do the EMABC SAL. The letter P for EMABC SAL. Work on the folksy bird alphabet, try to get the last 2 letters done on that one. I have the 5th part of Flowers and Bees has been released. I can insert a picture of that here for you guys to see it. So I'll work on that this coming week. And then I'm moving to my second Whip Go piece for the month, which is Winter Rose Manor. I actually allotted from Thursday to the end of the month to work on that because I want to get the upper area, the upper window area done. Let me grab it real quick. So I basically want to get this section right here completed. So allotted, quite a few days. I love this piece. So, I haven't decided when I'm going to start the new stitching book club. The first pattern part released, and I really wanted to start it this month. I have it on my list of new starts. I don't know if I will do that or not. I guess it depends on how far I get with meeting my Whip Go goal. So I'm going to quit rambling. I'm going to let you guys go. And I will see you soon on the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.